All righty. So, first topic today, it's a big one, man. Nice and juicy. Spider-Man 4. Obviously, this movie's a big deal. The next Tom Holland Spider-Man just would always be a big deal. The crazy amount of rumors that have surrounded this film have elevated just the conversation around it. Honestly, there's so many weird rumors surrounding Spider-Man 4 that I'm having trouble making sense of it. I'm having trouble figuring it all out, dude. So this is maybe just the latest of that. And I keep coming back to this thing, and I believe this was shared by Cryptic HD, although I'm not 100% sure. But it was a couple of months ago. It was in the heat of another rumor mill cycle. You know, we were going over some other rumor. I forget what it was. And Cryptic said something like, one of my best sources just told me, quote, "Everybody's wrong about Spider-Man 4. And I remember looking at that quote and being like, damn, am I everybody? You know, that's kind of where I was at with it. And certainly following the news cycle around this film has been pretty wild, pretty freaking wild. So last night, My Time to Shine, hello, pretty reliable scooper, shares this bit of news, and I believe it's real. Pretty much all the insiders confirmed it. It's almost like they all know, and they already all know who the actor is too, but we'll get into that in a second. My Time to Shine, hello, says Spider-Man 4 will have a female main villain. It's not Sadie Sink. They already have someone cast. Announcement imminent. My goodness, that's crazy. So, Spider-Man 4, female main villain. That's not Sadie Sink. Of course, that's important because Sadie Sink is co-starring in this movie. This broke last week in the trades, and, you know, there's a lot of speculation about who she could be playing. Right now, Jeff Snyder is saying Mary Jane, and it feels like it's either Mary Jane or some version of Mary Jane. You know, the multiverse is wild. But it's not going to be the case that Sadie Sink is the main villain of the movie here, which is interesting. So, another female villain. That'll be the main villain of Spider-Man 4. She says somebody's already been cast, and the announcement will be imminent. Wow. Okay. Hey, has the announcement come out yet? Because I haven't seen it if it has. Then, to add context to it, Jeff said this. Jeff Snyder. I wonder if it will be another redheaded actress with the initials SS. Why would you say that, Jeff? What are you playing at here, brother? What the heck? What in the what? That seems oddly specific. Seems weirdly, oddly, incredibly, explicitly, other big wordsly specific. The hell? And then the thing that's weird about this too, I don't know, just in some of the conversation, the stuff that I've seen online, I really do feel that most people already know who this is. So if this is something that's like a done deal and it's established, then like, yeah, probably hundreds of people, maybe 1,000 people know who this is. So breaking imminent sounds about right. Jeff saying this, I don't think it's just a random troll. It absolutely could be a random troll. Jeff's a wild dude, a little bit of a wild card, but this is oddly specific. So it seems like maybe we're looking at another redheaded actress with the initials SS. Now, I got to tell you, I don't know actors and actresses very well like that. So I'm not like the best person to do this kind of prognostication here, right? But a lot of people in the comments have some interesting thoughts here. I like Eric Voss's pick here. Sophie Schmerner. Interesting. Isn't that the chick from Succession? Isn't that her? I forget the name of her character, right? Susan Sarandon, Sarah Silverman. Those pics are crazy. Wait a minute. Is she a natural redhead? Is Sadie Sink a natural redhead? Tom Cruise? Definitely. Definitely. All redheads are welcome. I do like redheads. And I will say, on that note, what's up with all the redheads in this movie? That does seem a little weird, right? It's RDJ? Damn, that's a good point. Shit. Yeah, this is a little weird to me. Why are there so many redheads in this movie? What's up with that? I mean, are they doing something with that? Is that like attached to Toby's situation. I don't know, man. Toby and his family and like his relatives or something. I'm trying to wrap my head around it. But then again, it's like, just because they're natural redheads does not mean they have to be redheaded in the movie, right? Yeah, kind of wild. Okay, so let's just kind of take a step back here, talk about everything we know. Female villain already been cast, announcement imminent. Seems like a lot of people already know. Some people may be dropping hints, like Jeff here. Redhead, initials SS, but from what we also know about the movie itself, we can kind of bring that into it and try to figure this out. Like who could the character be? A lot of people are saying Silver Sable, which is really wild. Like that would be a cool pick. I'm also like, why are people saying Silver Sable though? Is it because of the initials? I hope they know the initials are for the actress and not the character. Like, what the hell are we doing here? Having said that though, sure, Silver Sable would be really cool. I actually have I really like the Silver Sable character. I was writing some stuff for a potential Spider-Man thing, and I had Silver Sable in mind because I was like, yeah, she's really cool. So Silver Sable, really cool femme fatale, could be really fun, right? But frankly, guys, because it's Battleworld, all bets are off, man. Like it could be anybody, man. It could be anybody. This, and because it's Marvel too, it could technically be a gender bent, like male character from, like, it could be one of the Dukes or Barons, but then just made female, plucked out of the multiverse or something like Sylvie or something. Like this is very puzzling. I cannot quite get a beat on what this will be. It is obviously big news, and it seems like it's just the beginning of the big news, and that we're going to get the actual actress confirmed. And maybe when that happens, we'll start to get some more hints at who the character will be. Not entirely sure. I would like Silver Sable. I think Silver Sable would be cool. But I also, frankly, hope they're going bigger. I hope it's something cooler than that. And potentially connected to like Battleworld and Doom and like maybe multiversal stuff. That's the direction that I'm hoping they go in. But nonetheless, really, really interesting news. And I think we'll probably get updates on it soon. Now, the last thing I want to say about this bit of news here is that I do keep going back to that thing about how everybody was wrong about Spider-Man 4. And wow, dude, this is just such a crazy movie. Like, this thing has been through the rigmarole, and there were versions of it that were going to be like Kingpin and Daredevil. There were rumors of Ant-Man in it at one time. There were a lot of rumors of like Vulture and some returning Sinister Six people. We had rumors from Roca that Hulk was going to be the villain. We got rumors from Jeff Snyder that Mephisto would be involved. We had rumors that Ghost Rider would be involved. If you look at what Alex has been saying, even Alex in his most recent Q&A has kind of been like, this thing is circling all around. But he did kind of imply that it might be going back to an earlier version of the movie, which is interesting. But I kind of think this is just going in a direction of Doctor Doom, really. And so the more I think about this, like, if I separate out from a lot of this other context and I don't try to go down the rabbit hole of like figuring out the initials and the redhead and all of that, if I'm more thinking in terms of how do I see the movie actually playing out, I think Doom's really the villain, which would mean that one of Doom's, henchmen or one of Doom's, barons or lieutenants would be the villain. So, I mean, that could be all sorts of things. That could be literally a Black Swan. Like the Black Swan from like Jonathan Hickman's stuff, right? Which would be crazy, and like that's a part of it. I'm trying to think of what characters from the actual like Secret Wars Battleworld sections could be translated here. There's of course like Maestro Hulk, Apocalypse, Bar Sinister. The Braddocks had a whole kingdom as well. There's Spider Island, and some people thought it could be like the Spider Queen or something. Yeah, I don't really know. You know, there's another thing that here's like a little interesting speculation for you here. I had this thought, and by the way, like, shout out to everybody that watched the video yesterday. Video's doing very well. And I finally put all my thoughts in a new format for my Doctor Doom theory, right? So if you've ever had any questions or been interested in my Doctor Doom theory, the video I did yesterday is a really good explanation of it. I highly recommend it. But one of the things I said in that video, and when I was making it, I thought a lot about this. Doom, right? Like, if Doom is the one that is purposely grabbing evil versions of the Avengers, so like, it could be the case that if my theory's right, if He Who Remains turned Victor into a hero, and that's essentially what the RDJ Iron Man was, then he's gonna be really mad about that, and he might, because he's petty, like Doctor Doom is really petty, he might literally go try to grab up all these villainous variants as like a reverse Uno card to what He Who Remains did. If that's something that's going on here, and it's really petty and really crazy, then this could be a character like connected to Peter. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, this could be like, what if it's I don't know if this might be way too crazy, but like, what if it's another MJ? Or what if it's Mayday? Or what if it's a version of Mayday that's villainous, but that's going to be really difficult for Tom Holland Spider-Man to deal with? You know what I mean? So there's a lot of interesting avenues that they could go with this. And I guess we'll just see. Like, look, either way, like, because I think maybe some of you, and frankly, even me, have started to get a little fatigued of like the constant rumors with Spider-Man 4. Like, I just want to know what's going on, you know, and, you know, a lot of the stuff we've heard recently is probably way older. It's not on the cutting edge of what they're doing. So I'm just looking forward to like a little more clarity. And I think the good news is, like, that's coming either way. The movie will happen. The movie's happening. And we're going to move into stages where things are more clear. And I think we will get more information once that happens. So that's the first story, guys. Don't know exactly what to make of it, but I think it's real. And a lot of people are kind of indicating that it is. And I think there's maybe potentially more to it. So there you have it. Thanks for watching. And if you like this clip, smash a like on the actual video and subscribe to this channel. That way more of these clips get into your feed. I've also linked the full episode below if you want to check out the entire thing, including the Q&A we do with fans. You can also watch this show live. We do it live Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern time. And you can also find all of my content, including the videos I put on my main YouTube channel, on the podcast feed.